Please state your name, sir.
Travis David Reynolds.
Great. Mr. Reynolds, this is the time for your initial appearance. You were here this morning on charges of kidnapping. That is a felony offense. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to be represented by an attorney, and it is ordered appointing. Oh, is it the public defender or? All right. We haven't received the information from the Office of Court Appointed Counsel. We're going to appoint the Public Defender's Office for today's purposes. And you do have counsel seated with you for today's hearing. We are going to determine your conditions of release this morning. I have reviewed the interim complaint. I have also reviewed information provided by pretrial services, which lets me know whether there's any prior felony history. I'm not sure if that background noise is coming from the jail or if someone else isn't muted.
Pray for these two ladies, okay. Shall we?
And it also lets me know about your ties to the community, including employment, references, and their assessments and recommendations. Finally, I have reviewed the state's recommendation, the prosecute $50,000. Would the state like to be heard further?
Yes, Your Honor. $50,000 plus a pretrial services if he is released. This particular offense that is alleged is very, very concerning. Just given the occupation of the accused and the power dynamics between him and the victim, there's indications that this might have happened before. The victim would like to see he shouldn't be returning back to the jail or the incident location. No weapons, no contact. The victim in this case is very afraid of this defendant because of that power position that he had, of the power dynamics, and that he might retaliate against her. And so for those reasons, we're asking for the bond plus the release. Also, it's on the form, but requesting no contact with the victim.
Thank you. And defense.
Thank you, Your Honor. We're asking that you release him to pretrial services. He's a lifelong resident of the state of Arizona. He has housing. He's full-time employed. The alleged victim in this case verified that information and appears to be willing to assume third-party custody of the defendant in this case. I would imagine that means she doesn't object to his release.
A little bit of a information gap because I don't believe that's the victim.
Okay. I get things mixed up then. I apologize. Let me address a few other matters, though, Your Honor. This individual has no prior convictions whatsoever, felony or misdemeanor, no prior failure to appears. He scored a 2 on the NCA scale and a 1 on the FTA scale. For all those reasons, we're asking that you release him from custody here today to pretrial services.
Thank you very much. All right, Mr. Reynolds, I'm ordering that you're held on a bond of $200,000, cash or secured. If you are released, you'll be released to pretrial services. Monitoring or treatment is directed by pretrial services. No alcohol or illegal drugs, no firearms or weapons. If you do possess any firearms, you must surrender them to local law enforcement. No contact with the alleged victim and do not return to the incident location. I'm going to schedule your preliminary hearing for April 6th. That will be at 1:30 in the afternoon. That court date may change. It's important to stay in touch with your attorney and make sure you are aware of your court dates because if you fail to appear, a warrant can issue for your arrest. Do you understand, Mr. Reynolds? All right, that's all for today.
Right, so let me just get rid of this for a minute. I've been trying to look at that guy's tattoos and they're not shown very well. He has got some tattoos on his right arm. But whether or not it's the same tattoo that Porch Guy's got, as I call it. So it's a shame they released him on the bond, because I would have liked to seen, if it hadn't already happened, I would have liked to seen a bit more interrogation on him, because if he's accused of kidnapping someone else, who's to say he wasn't the one that took Nancy, or part of a sort of like a gang that took Nancy? Because we really need to find solutions for these two people, especially this lady. She needs the answers, and she needs it now. So like I said, it's only an edge at the moment, and it's all my opinions, but if a deputy pima sheriff person can be charged on one kidnap, who's to say he hasn't kidnapped Nancy or know someone to have done it? It might be something of nothing, and it could be something of a lot. So, you know, take it as you will. I'm sure there'll be hundreds of YouTubers reported on this saying, is this Porch Guy and everything else. I really hope it is, but either way, we're not going to find out now till next week, till the 6th, I think it was. So if you're watching this, if you could click like, subscribe, all notifications and share, I would really appreciate that, because it gets me into the algorithm. And also, if you fancy buying me a copy, it's just scrolling across there. You can put in whatever amount you want. It could be $1, it could be $2, it could be 50 cents. I don't mind. Okay then. So till the next one. See you later.